Well, hello out there, friends and neighbors. It's your back porch commentators coming to you from somewhere in Missouri, where a firm handshake means more than your signature, and a cold drink can help solve almost any problem. That's what we're planning to do here, bring you along on our journey to the answers to life's questions. You'll get a few facts and a lot of opinions, but remember, we're probably intoxicated and definitely full of shit. So pull up a chair and settle in while we explore some of those most thought-provoking questions. Like, why is a man bun a thing? Hey everybody, welcome back for episode 20.
20.
We made it.
Is this an anniversary? Do we have to
Let's call it that.
Handies or something?
No, we're not going to do that. Just the cheers.
Okay.
And that's it. And I brought a special beer. This is the Goose Island Bourbon County Stout.
Now that's one we got drunk on. What was it, episode 5?
It was early in there, yeah.
With Josh, I think.
Yeah, I think that was
yeah. We got really
for your birthday.
Very shitty.
Yeah.
On that one.
So.
And I'm thankful that was not fitting.
So if you missed that, go back and listen to that one. It's a good one.
Yeah. And
it does get fun.
Yeah, whoever's in Washington, D.C. listening to us, please go listen to that one.
Yeah.
We get, like, where it's coming from, but we don't know who it is.
Right.
So there's been 34 listens now?
Yeah, 34 streams
from somebody in Washington, D.C. So if it's Homeland Security, you'll never take me alive.
Yeah. I think they know that at this point.
Yeah. Run, bitch, run!
At worst, you'll hang yourself in yourself, right?
If not, the Clintons will do it for me.
Right. Somebody with some power. My God.
This some bitch banged my wife.
Oh, that was your wife? Yep. So anyway, here we are for episode 20.
Yeah.
And speaking of breweries, Maryville is going to have a new craft beer brewery.
I'll tell you what, these quote-unquote craft beer breweries are almost as bad as podcasts. It seems like everybody's fucking got one. I don't know.
Mr. Beer,
yeah,
Mail, right?
Unless you're doing something like unique, man. Are college kids really going to throw that much money at breweries? No. I guess if they go to school with daddy's credit card, maybe.
Right.
I don't fucking know.
No, I'm thinking.
And most of the townies, if they're going to the bar, they're going to Bernie's to try and pick up some college poontang. I mean, let's just be honest. So they're probably not going to enter the brewery either. Yeah. God, it's been a dry year too.
August
haven't gone anywhere.
All the old guys are like, all right.
Yeah, all right. No,
here they come. Right.
It's been a slow year just because, like, haven't been out to the bars, haven't gone, right. It's just. But I'll tell you what, my forearms look great. I think I've got carpal tunnel in this thumb, though. The other day I was jerking off and I realized my thumb was, like, really sore. And I was like, the only thing I can think of that I would have done would have been jerking off. Like, I can't, like, what would cause, because it wasn't like ow, I heard it. It was like, oh, that's a joint muscular pain. Like, well, as I hold it like this.
Right. In there somewhere, somewhere in the middle. You have been doing more work, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of, lifting shit and moving stuff around.
If anybody wants to work,
right.
Let me know.
Because especially Wednesday evenings would be great.
Yeah. Send us an email at bjontheRocks@gmail.com. Send your application.
Anything.
Seriously though, like,
you don't know Northwest Missouri anyway.
Yeah, you want to make $20 an hour. Here's the goofy shit part. I hear so many people, and I used to think, I was to the point where I thought people were work brittle about this. Like, they were like, oh yeah, man, I want to make $20 an hour. And then they'd see the job and they're like, oh, this sucks. I don't want to work that hard. Or the hours are too much. I don't want to get up that early. I don't think that's it.
The job's not even hard.
No, it's autopilot once you get trained on it. But
it's a little physical, but
I don't think that's it, though. I think people are afraid of working without supervision. I think they're afraid of being out there, no supervisor, by themselves, no help, because a lot of places you'll notice, in general, people are like, no, somebody else will finish this.
Right. They just kind of walk through.
Yeah, they just half-ass the job. Somebody else will pick up the rest. Somebody will finish this. And this job is you're completely on your own.
Yeah.
No supervision. If something goes wrong, it's on you to fix it.
Yeah.
And you have a job, and you have to do it, and there's nobody to fall back on, whether it's a coworker or a supervisor.
Yeah.
I think that's honestly part of it. I think some people, as much as they talk about and bitch about work, I think they're afraid to work alone. And if not, prove me wrong.
Right. No, it's true. I mean, I forget how the saying goes, but there's a few like it. But basically, that a known hell is better than an unknown heaven.
Right. Well, I can see that. Yeah.
I know this. I, even though it sucks, I know exactly what it is, and I know what I'm going to do every day, and I know what's expected, and I know what I can get by with.
Right.
And to go out there, like you said, on your own. And
you have to be accountable for being on time and where you're at and what you're doing.
Right. I think, like I said, people, as much as they want it, they're
afraid of it.
Are afraid of it.
Yeah, I get that.
But as well as I do, you don't grow unless you do it. I mean,
I just, and that honestly, I don't think I could have been as successful if I would have taken a job where I would have been under somebody. Because you remember those mornings. I mean, the afternoon route is what I'm looking for. And that was almost the easiest.
That was the easiest, really. It was like,
you're listening to the radio, you're in and out.
You're missing things
that
are going on, but at the same time.
And it's like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And
you don't have to deal with people for the most part.
Right.
Yeah,
you're listening to the radio. The biggest decision you're making is who to listen to that day.
By the afternoon, usually the roads are cleared off when there's snow.
Right. It's such a, and I'm like, I just don't get it, man. I just don't. As much as people bitch about how much of a hard worker they are, very rarely, 10% of people will prove it.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Those are the 10 that are going to succeed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
What are you going to do?
It's true. Now back to
on
the
brighter topic. Yeah. Brewery.
I'm hopeful for it.
Where's it going to be?
It's the old, it was called the Hub most recently. They're on the square.
Yeah.
But I think they got that building and then what used to be the computer place behind it. They're on the other side.
That whole strip on the west end there, next to the street?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Used to be Central Surveys and a couple things. That was a pharmacy originally, if I remember right. Like back during the century. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. It's going to be called, or what is called. They're brewing right now, but it's called Black Pony Brewing. And their symbol's really cool. It includes some Maryville things, in it.
Like the Maryville seal with the windmill and the college.
Yep. Well, it does have the ad building though. But I don't know. It's it's not so in your face with the Maryville things. It's like kind of shaded in there in the middle of it. But I don't know. It could be cool. Like if
I'll try
just
it.
make like just the basic,
basic bitch shit.
Yeah, like
who owns it? Do you know?
I know 2 of them. Well, Jennifer Jensen worked at the bank, and her husband is goddamn, what's his name? I'll think of it. But he's in construction. Anyway,
is it one of the Jensen construction whatever?
Yeah. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I should have wrote it down. Because as I do, I forget. But
reminds me of that clip joke. Could have told you what it was called. It was right on the tip of my tongue.
Right on the tip of my tongue. But
Black Pony Brewing Company. Here we go. I hope that picture was expanded.
That is kind of squished.
Farmhouse Ale. Harvested hops. Hops.
Yeah, that's the first one they're making is this farm.
Oh, that isn't so bad. Shaded the
Right.
courthouse.
Yeah, it just looks like it's just
Courthouse
shaded
bell
on the
tower
bottom of
and
the
then-
hop there. Yeah.
The admin building. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what they do. You know,
Yeah, it'll be neat to see if it works out for them.
unfortunately, most of the beers that I like
Mhm.
this, end up taking like a
10,
year or
20 years.
more to make. You know, and you age it for up to 5 years, and so, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But
It's always nice to see a hometown business, I guess.
I thought I'd shout them out, and maybe they'll sponsor us one of these days.
It's always nice to see a hometown business anyway taking off.
Right.
And hopefully that works out. Because Maryville needs, class.
Right. Well, and knowing them, I don't think they're just throwing their money into something. I think they've thought about it for a while and figured out what they could do. But
Josh's cousin owns a brewery down there in St. Joe somewhere. I can't remember.
Oh, really?
What it's called. Yeah. I don't know.
there's River Bluff.
I mean, that might be it. Right there in Frederick.
Okay. I think they're on. Yeah,
They're on the
Frederick
south side down there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They've
That's
had
one of
some
those
good-
things that I would like to go do, but I never have the time because I can't find people to work for me.
It takes.
I'm not bitter. No.
Well, that'll be your next venture.
Brewery.
Brewery? Hey.
Me
Well,
getting
if the
into a
festival
brewery.
doesn't work out.
Me and a brewery, it'd be like me buying a strip club. I'd always be at work and nothing would get done.
Well, as the owner, that's kind of what happens a lot of times. Not you usually. You're the owner and operator of
Right.
everything you got. But some places I've worked, the owner just kind of shows up and fucks everything up. And then,
Right.
and then leaves.
Right. Been there before. Yeah.
So, whatever. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of going out to the bar,
Mm-hmm.
we talked before that Unplugged opened back up.
You were going back out there.
Yeah, so I went down to the grand reopening,
Mhm.
and that was pretty cool. I mean, the music was great. There's a lot of people there. I think they raised plenty of money.
Hopefully.
So, hopefully it can keep going. So, and then this Friday, I know this will be done before this gets out, but I'm playing down there Friday.
Are you?
So, it'll be nice to get back on stage. It's been a while, so.
Yeah.
I did a Facebook Live thing the other night. It's kind of like warm up. It's like,
Get back in the mood.
yeah, fucked up a couple of them, but it was whatever. You just play through it.
It's Facebook Live. It was free.
Right. Yeah. I don't even share like a PayPal or Venmo like other people do, because there are some friends that I have that are musicians and that's what they do.
They'll play.
That's their full-time gig, and it's like they're hurting. So when they play live and they put their PayPal on there, it's like, all right, so there you go.
Yeah.
So I don't blame them for doing that. But I make enough money. I just do this for free.
And that's how I am with the hand jobs.
Well, thank you for that.
Either way,
Speaking of our anniversary,
I finished.
me too.
Yeah.
I did have your meat in my mouth earlier, though.
Yeah, those were some good burgers.
That was good burgers.
Yeah, and we got some cake tonight.
Got some cake, yeah. Another wifey material right there.
Yeah.
So, it was good.
It was very
I haven't
moist.
finished it yet. I'm working on it.
Moist.
Oh, yeah.
It was. I hope.
Get real close. Get real close.
Moist.
Yeah.
I seriously want to get a girl to sit on a bass speaker while I go. Just go Howard Stern with it. Just one time. I just want to see what it does.
Just once. Or twice.
Or twice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If you guys don't email us,
We got nothing.
we're gonna quit. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I just, between not having a driver. Yeah.
But we did take a week off, and then we got back into it last week,
Balls deep.
and it really took off. I was surprised with our number of listens last week.
40?
I was worried it was kind of going to drop off and people were just going to forget about us.
Right.
Because they came back.
Yeah.
They came
we
back.
had a little over 40. So,
yeah, so I'm happy with that.
We had more listeners than I am comfortable with the age of women I've been. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Over 40. No different.
Yeah.
Have I? Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When I was younger, I think I was like 20, 21 or something. There was a 42-year-old named Anna.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, her fiance in college had died changing a tire on the side of the road on the way home from Thanksgiving.
Oh, shit.
And then she just never married after that. She was a professional photographer for like a newspaper.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know. I don't remember that well. I just remember she was blonde and she was built really good for being like 42 and did horribly dirty things with her tongue. So, Anna, wherever you are, here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know.
Amen.
Oh.
Oh, the good old Man, this song came up the other day, and it's a very, very, very popular song, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
And I did that at a wedding.
I love that song.
And it started off, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah,
yeah."
And then the bride, who was like 25, something, she was like, "What is this?"
Oh God!
And I was like, "Just shut up."
Honey, I know it's your day, but shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Then, gets the chorus, everybody goes, bah, 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 bah. She's just like, what is going on? I'm like, you have not gotten that much.
Honey, you shouldn't be married. If you don't know how to do this, I question how you hold your mouth.
I was like, this is a classic. And I hope you're just drunk.
Yeah. Man. But. No, that's a free grope. As far as I'm concerned, I mean that is a song with a free grope
in there somewhere. Yeah.
If not on them, then I usually grab their hands and put them on me.
Yeah.
Which could be considered a violation. But if a woman's like, no, you like it, and she keeps trying to kiss you or hug you or grab your dick or something, it's like, no, I'm really not in the mood. It doesn't work like that. It's an assault if you do it to a woman. If a woman does it to you, it's just foreplay.
Oh. Because they believe they should never be turned down, right?
No, that's true.
Because
I'll agree with that.
We're the ones that are always, come on, tonight,
Right.
And they can just kind of like put it off till whenever. And
what I've had in my experience
it's now.
Is when they flirt all day. Yeah. Like they start at 9 a.m. talking dirty. Like I had a dirty dream last night.
Right.
Then so you flirt all day. You talk about sex. You poke back and forth. You think you're getting lucky, and then bedtime comes around, and it's like, stop! I gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's too late. It's like
you knew you had to work tomorrow when you got up this morning.
Yeah. But I think a lot of times men are like horny at night because it helps us sleep.
Yeah.
And women like to do it first thing in the morning to start their day out, which never worked for me because
your day started.
I was up at like, well, you want to get it on at 3 o'clock in the morning? Yeah.
You put like 3 days into one day. It's like, you get up early and then you get up later and then you get up again.
Right.
It's just like,
and
there were times it's like, what day is it?
Oh man, so lost. There was times with like this time of year harvest, you get up, you work. There's no lunchtime nap. You might not even eat.
Right.
So people are like, you're eating lunch at 9 in the morning? Yeah, because I might not eat until 8, 9 o'clock tonight.
This is what it is.
It is what it is. Y'all wonder why I got food poisoning and shit in the closet? It's because the only thing I had to eat after like 15 hours was a fucking gas station hot dog.
Right. Yeah. No, I was telling Dakota about that. He was kind of complaining about. No, well, he wasn't really complaining. He was talking about how he was making a joke because he worked an extra half hour. And he's like, I think I got overtime today, and I was like,
that's not how that works.
Like, yeah, that's not how that works. Let me tell you.
They'll fuck you out of that. You wait.
Like, let me tell you about my 18-hour day the other day. Then get up and go back 4 hours after I left.
Right.
And he's like, well, you got a lot of overtime. I was like, no, I just put in a lot of hours.
Yeah.
Salary. He's like, what's my salary? And I'm like, you're hourly. Consider yourself lucky.
Yeah. You remember when hourly was like, man, that must be nice, and then you realize those were the people that were getting fucked harder than everybody else.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, when they want to pay you salary, it's because they know they're gonna like really fuck you.
Yeah.
It's like when you go out to dinner with a woman and you're like, you want dessert? I'm gonna go ahead and splurge on you because I'm putting it in your butt.
Right. Exactly. Right.
You ever heard the term grudge?
Fudge. Wait, ever?
Are you Catholic? How do you feel about butt sex?
Either way.
I'm gonna finish. By the time you figure it out, it's too late. In all seriousness, I sound horrible there, but you know, either way, even at my hardest, no pun intended, I couldn't hurt. Like, I have a very mediocre sized dick. Like, it's not like huge, it's not like tiny. It's just a very like adamant, like, this'll do.
Gets the job done.
Right, but I'm not gonna knock. You know, my dick is like a polite house guest. Like, I'm gonna come over, you're gonna know I'm there, but I'm not gonna like track on your carpet and piss on the seat. You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna smell them for 3 days.
Right. I'm just gonna come in. I'm gonna take my shoes off. I'm gonna say please and thank you. I'm gonna leave my dishes in the sink because I don't know what you want to do with them, and then I'm gonna say thank you and I'm gonna leave. It's not like damaging. You're gonna know I was there, but you're not gonna like, you know, regret having me over.
Right.
That's how I feel about my dick. It's not like that's just, you know, it's okay.
Yeah.
That was a good time. Might do that again sometime soon. You know, I'm not gonna set time aside, but you know, maybe this fall might be nice to have him over again. It's fall, by the way.
By the way, it's fall. And while you're thinking about it, winter's coming around, right?
I fucked a girl named Autumn once.
Oh yeah.
In the spring, coincidentally. No shit.
Just once?
Well, I think it was a couple times, but scary. She had, major daddy issues.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, beat me harder, and then she slapped me, and my eyes went sideways. And I was like, God damn.
You're like, you're in the teeth when you do that.
Right. Jesus, Sally. Calm down.
Wow.
I would, that was always, I think it would be cool to bang a girl named after every season. The only problem with that is I have like a half sister that's named Summer, and that would totally like ruin it. Like, you know, obviously another girl.
Yeah.
But she'd be like, my name's Summer, and I'd be like, I can't shout that out loud. That's gonna fuck shit up. No.
Step bro.
But step bro.
There it is again.
There it is.
There it is.
Anyway,
I don't have any stories like that.
Trust me, John. It's for the better.
It probably is. You know. Let's see. Talk about our DC listeners.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. And I want to know, not just DC. I mean, we got people in
Everywhere.
Pennsylvania, Alaska, I guess. Like,
I would like to know
like
who's
one
listening to
lives
that.
in Alaska, and I'm like, who the fuck?
I hope we're not Eskimo bros. But if we are, please let me know where we snowballed together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's refresh.
We've had
rephrase.
We've had worse signals.
Oh my god! So, you know, randomly, I gotta. You're gonna love this. Okay, hold on. Let me finish. Just because your pussy's wet doesn't mean it's good. Trash bags leak too.
Right after the vegetables have gone rotten, you know. Just open it up.
Oh, wow, that was fresher than it's like that trash bag you put in after trash day.
Yeah,
And then by the next trash day, it's like, ooh, what'd you put in there, honey? Did you clean out the fridge? You wait until the day before trash day to clean out the fridge. My grandmama taught me that.
Yeah, we're leaving it in there until next time.
Right.
I've done that before.
Mm.
Oh, God. It's not going to smell quite as bad if you keep it cold.
Trust me, the only ones I find are
I've
cold.
learned a few things. terrible.
Frigid is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. But no, really, I don't care where you are. If you're listening, just send us an email.
Yeah, drop it on Facebook.
Or Facebook.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Or if you're watching this on YouTube,
yeah, comment
down below.
How hard is that?
You know, I'll read it.
I'll read it out loud.
Anyway.
Did you want to read the one email we got this week?
Oh, that's right. We did get one.
You get one right here. Dear B&J, I need some advice. Advice is spelled with a C, by the way. Hugh. My butt plugs keep slipping out. Should I wrap them with an 80 grit or go with some wet dry 1000? You know, just to knock the orange peel down. Thanks in advance. Huge J. Brown Dick. He's Swedish, I think. Brown Dick. Brown Dick, yeah. Brown Dick.
Well,
honestly, Hugh J. I would say that.
Well, is the butt plug for him?
Or her.
For her.
For him. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah.
If it's for you, I would say you probably want to go with the wet dry.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're going to feel that either way.
Yeah.
But if it's for your
I wouldn't
partner,
want to scope it up too much.
Right. Right. You don't want to have to set in that the next day. I mean, you're going to have to preparation H that. I mean, that's going to be rough. But I would say if it was for your partner, I mean, fuck it, just 80 grit that bitch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, either way, you need to finish.
Right.
And especially if you're making her wear it in public.
Yeah.
Which
if they're okay with that, then I think you're okay with anything.
Yeah, at that point, if it's falling out, you just need the 80 grit. I mean, it's
falling out.
Yeah, it's just especially if you got a high
just
quality
go back
one.
to that part. That it's falling out.
It's falling out.
In general.
And I'm guessing you've tried larger. So if you've upgraded the size already and it's still slipping out, then obviously
apply some heat.
And then some brisk dry ice to shrink it. like a hail in paint, you know.
Yeah.
Heat, dry ice. Yeah. Hopefully it shrinks up. Yeah. If they've been in Ass Gappers 42, you're gonna need maybe some Gorilla Glue. I don't know. It's always fun to get these emails, even though we know they're not legit.
Oh yeah. I mean, at least some Gorilla Snot. It's at least going to hold, but not necessarily grip. You know, used to use that for guitar picks.
Because I think, you still want a little play in it.
Yeah,
I knew a guy one time in high school that was fucking an older woman. And this is not me. So, just to clarify that. But, was fucking with her and had some anal beads. But I know a guy. Never done it, but seen it done 100 times. So he's like, dude, he's like, man, and we were over in Tarkio, I think, that night, and he hooks up with us, meets us there.
A lot of your fun stories are over in Tarkio.
Yeah, there's a few of them over there. And he's like, man, I was fucking this girl, and he goes, she had anal beads in, and she didn't tell me what to do, and he goes, we were fucking, and I was behind her, and he goes, she told me to start pulling off, but she didn't. She just told me to pull them out, and he goes, so I pulled them out like I was starting my dad's lawn boy, and he goes, next thing I know, there was a pop, and he goes, there was lots of swearing, and I was covered in shit, and I was like, what happened? He goes, she kicked me out, and I was like, how did you clean up? He's like, there was a garden hose on the side of that. He just threw him out, threw the clothes out.
Wow.
So that's for one, that's a visual. But two, it was one of those stories where I was like, you shouldn't ever tell anybody this story.
Yeah.
And so I'm telling it on this podcast. Everybody. Of course, looking back,
at least 30 or 40 people.
Who knows where they are now? Maybe they're married happily and living. Of course, by now she'd probably be pushing retirement. Oh God, I'm so
sad, but maybe true.
True, yeah. I mean, sugar mama. One way he's going to get his Social Security.
Oh, my God. This is something that keeps coming up with me is...
Erections.
No.
That keeps coming up.
I I'm glad it keeps coming up. But no, fucking getting old quick.
Oh yeah,
Years just
flying by.
ticking by, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
Because you figure, man, I can't wait for summer again. Like, I'm a summer person. I'm like, fuck this winter. I can't wait till it's over. And then I'm like, I'm going to be 39.
right.
It's not right. That
Right.
ain't right.
This is no, 'cause we're 40 is right there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and we know how quick it goes from 30 to 40. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So from 40 to 50.
Yeah, it's going to... Yeah, you're right.
And I have this terrible thing where I compare my progress on something to somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I think that's natural.
And I know I'm trying not to do it. I'm trying to avoid it.
Right.
But I do. And especially with my music and my career. My professional career.
Right.
But both. And it's like, you know, I'm like, this guy, fuck, I'm better than him. You know?
Right.
Not in a cocky way.
Right. Like,
But
you're
I'm like,
analytical,
fuck,
yeah.
man, I'm better than him. And I should be so much further. You know? And I panic. But I think that panic is what's keeping me going.
Pushes.
You know?
Yeah. No, I get
so
that.
The finish line is much closer than somebody's like, it's got plenty of time. I'm like, fuck it, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
I think I evaluate myself on that same way in a business sense.
Yeah.
You know, but man, it really just comes down to luck of the draw. I mean, really,
You know, it really does.
it's just that's all it is.
There's so
And who
much.
you know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's who you know, where you fall into. Because there was a singer, trying to think, 5, 6, 7 years ago, and I think you know who I'm talking about. He participated a lot up north, and both of us were just like, he was
more local.
right, but he was
Okay.
he was
Yeah.
in the military, and he
Yeah.
kind of rode that a little bit.
This is who I'm talking about.
And I'm like, never really wrote a whole lot of his own shit. It was all covers that I wrote. Well, a lot of these. And Josh had a bad experience too with him because Josh showed up with one of these really nice guitars.
Yeah,
And this guy had like a
I heard
Walmart
about
knockoff, and he was like, "Hey man, you want to play this night?" He's like, "No, I'm good with this." And Josh was like, "I just asked you if you wanted to drive my Ferrari, basically," and
Right.
you're like, "No, I'm good with my Fiat."
But now he's glad he didn't.
right. And
And he started playing, and he was like, "Well, goddamn, he ain't gonna touch my guitar."
right. And it's, you know, I'm not saying anything. Everybody has, you know, if you can, same thing with me. If I could catch a Lucky Street,
Right.
you're goddamn right I'd ride that sumbitch.
Oh yeah, if I
You
had
know.
something going for me, I would just go with it. I mean, it's just,
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, well, this is what's gonna get me here.
Right.
You know.
It's kind of like if she's tickling your butthole and you're like, God, I hope nobody sees this. And you're like, either way, I'm going to finish. I mean, don't tell anybody that. But, you know,
Yeah, you know.
it's really, I think it's really just, some people just land in shit and
Yeah.
still don't get any on their pants, you know?
Yep.
So,
Well.
you can't go through life comparing yourself. I think it's a good drive. You're right.
Yeah.
It's a good way to pump yourself up, but don't criticize yourself on it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that's where I'm going with it. That's where I'm trying to be more, not so critical, but just, you know,
Right.
like, okay. And that's what I gotta keep in mind. You know, I'm growing slower, but I'm hoping that it's doing it the right way.
Right.
For me, anyway. I guess, you know, I won't know any better.
Well, and there's several people when you look at, you know, not making their fame until their 30s, 40s, and
Right.
50s.
They're an overnight success after 20 years.
Right.
You know?
Right. I mean, Rodney Dangerfield, he was,
Right.
you know, what, late 40s, early 50s,
Yeah.
or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Lewis Black, same thing. He was in his 40s when he
Yeah.
really hit it. You know, and that's just comedian-wise, but,
Right.
you know, I can't see
But yeah, musicians are the same. There's a
Right.
there's a blues player, and I know blues is just, you know, I love the blues, but it's not marketable, really.
Right,
You know?
right. That's
But-
a certain genre.
Right.
Right.
But there's a blues player that is like, he's fucking, I think he's like in his 70s. He's like 72.
So you just
I
really
think he got a record deal. And it's like, well, he got it.
You got it.
know? I mean, props to him.
Right.
You know?
What would you do at that point?
He's
if you
obviously
got
going
a
to spend the
record
rest of
deal?
his
Like-
life paying it off.
Right, right.
But
What would you do at 60 years old if you got a record deal? I mean, other than like take care of your kids and shit.
my hope is that if that happened, my hope is that they would allow me to accept that deal under the condition that I have control over the art.
Right.
And I would do exactly what I fucking want to do.
Because at 60 years old, what do you got to lose?
Right.
If you say no,
Right. If they say no, then I just go back to
doing your thing.
playing at the bar, you know.
Mhm.
And I don't know, man. That's a tough
Keep
one. So
on
many.
rolling with the flow.
Right. You think of how many careers would have never happened without the big machine music industry, you know, behind them.
Oh yeah.
But now I'm looking around, I'm like, there is so much talent around right now locally
Right.
that, I mean, fuck, the bands that were down there Saturday, you know, it was like, this band had been together for like a month, and they all play in different bands, right? But they formed their own little band called Monday's Child. And it's like a rock, kind of blues rock, southern rock kind of thing.
Do they sing Tuesday's Gone? Monday's Child singing
Probably.
Tuesday's Gone?
I'm sure they do. But they started off with The Thrill Is Gone and really rocked it up toward the end.
That would be
You know,
neat
it's
to
like,
see somebody play, yeah.
fuck, yeah. And then they did, they just did like a ton of songs. And I was like, these guys fucking got it, man. Like, for no more than they've been together, and their timing is great, their stage presence is great, and it was just like, I'm gonna come keep seeing these guys.
Right. Well, let me know on that one. That one, I'd like to see something like that.
Yeah, you would enjoy this.
It's funny though when people just when shit clicks, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Ain't nothing like it.
nope.
So, I am gonna set this one back here.
Uh-oh. You're gonna break into the big
I'm
stuff,
gonna
huh?
break into this. I don't know if you're ready. Go ahead and swig that down.
I'm mixing it a little strong. I ain't gonna lie to you, but you know, like I said, this has been one of those the last couple weeks with this, and
Let's see, if I don't start this now.
right,
It's
it
gonna
ain't
be a long
happening. It's I don't know, man. Like I said, I forgot how I'm down to driver, so I've been working a few extra hours and stuff, and I forgot how pissy I get when I don't get enough. Like, it's not even like I got a whole lot more sleep. It's just that you have a few hours, you know, like my time with Jack and picking him up from the bus and you know, him and I talking and running errands and taking care of shit at the house and whatnot. Now it's just like work and sleep, and that's, you know, harvest and everything that's going on. It's my busy time of year, and then I'm working the extra hours. It's just, I'm just getting by basically. And, man, I'll tell you what, I am a grumpy sumbitch. Like, I felt like I was having a Lewis Black breakdown
Well,
in the truck.
I'm glad we could get together tonight.
Vincent
to-
anger.
Try to calm that down.
Yeah.
You know?
Send your sister over. That'd help a lot too. Your sisters are very nice people. I shouldn't say that. How's your mom doing?
Sleeping, probably.
That's all I need. It's
It reminds me of another joke we got tonight. Was it about finding a homeless girl, you know,
Oh,
taking her home, you know, and she was finding her behind the dumpster, you know, and taking her home and
cleaning
cleaning
her
her up, you know,
passionate love making.
and you know, getting it on, and about halfway into it, you know,
The noises
really
she was
into
making.
the sound she's making is
You'd almost think she was.
you know, almost like she was alive. Right? I was like,
Whoa!
wow.
Dark humor at its
Yeah,
finest.
I love dark humor.
Me too.
I like my humor as dark as my beer, and as you can see, you
Black
can't
Lives
see
Matter.
through it. God, that's good beer.
Black beer matters. What would that be?
It does.
What would that be?
BBM?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of. Let's see here. It'd be like BBC. black beer.
The broadcasting company? Or...
Oh no! You know where I'm going with this. You know where I'm going.
Okay,
Dark humor.
Okay, dark.
Dark
yeah.
humor.
Dark and girthy.
Is that bottle veiny or is that just me?
Ooh. This is the beer you gotta chew to get down. It's nice and thick, man.
I hope your girl talks about me like that at some point in my life.
You gotta chew it to get down. I would swallow it, but I got my jaw got so much protein.
I had a girl tell me that one. She's like, I can't give you head for very long. My jaw just hurts. I'm like, it's because I'm girthy, right? She was like, no, it's because I had jaw problems. That dental work. I'm like, hoping.
Well, I'm going
and
to bed
wishing.
tonight thinking I'm girthy. So.
Yeah. Either way.
Good thing is, I don't listen to you now.
Yeah.
We ain't even married.
Oh, boy.
I'll hear what I want to hear.
Shit.
There's something else.
Awkward silence.
Yeah. And
I wasn't going to be the first one to break it. I was just letting it go. Everybody's going to be like tapping on their shit like,
Did something happen?
is this, God damn it, it's buffering.
Wait, I can still hear the
It's
crickets.
buffering. That is one thing that you kids will never understand. If you're under
Oh
the age of
my
what,
God.
about 30, you will never understand the pain of jerking off to porn and buffering.
Man, we forget videos.
Oh, just the
We
pictures.
just have to wait for the picture to load.
Oh yeah. I mean, I
It's
I
like-
can remember one distinct time. I was like,
Wait,
load,
we're almost
load,
to the titty.
load. Yeah, and it was like, damn, she's cute. And I'm keeping on going. It's like, oop, shoulder blades. It was like
Ooh.
I was Amish. I was getting stimulated by the and then a little further, I was like, damn, them some fake titties, but they look good. A little further, and be
Ooh,
like, man,
ooh.
she's built like a brick shit house. And I was on the edge of furnishing, and it was like,
got no
oh,
bottoms on.
there's a dick there.
Oh.
Oh! I was like, too late now. Going around the bend. Focus, 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 focus. Belly button up. I'm done.
I'll just cover that part up.
Yeah.
I'm not touching your dick. I'm just.
I'm just blocking it. You know, at that point, you're
Sounds
like,
something you'd send me.
too late. It's
Waiting
like
on the load.
it's like Dukes of Hazzard. Uncle Jesse was in the background. Hey, boys sure got themselves in a pickle this time. And it was like, you either floor it and make the jump, or you're gonna hit the hay bales and crash.
Well, this might be the one time the big boys don't finish.
Roscoe Drain. Yeah, when I finished, I was like, yeehaw!
Oh, the good old days.
Of course, back then it didn't really matter, because if I knocked one out, then all I'd have to do is find another picture, and I could knock another one out right after that and not feel so bad about myself.
Right.
These days, it's pretty much a one and done.
Yeah.
It's just a task. It's like brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
It's just like, but I don't want prostate cancer.
Just clean it out.
Just working the pipes over.
Yeah.
It's a simple function.
I did hear that, once a week anyway is good for
Oh, it's like once every 4 days or 5
Something
days,
like
something
that,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
You gotta just, yeah. Not that I do it every day or anything.
I'm being extra careful, honey.
Yeah. I just want my health. That's what I'm really concerned about. As long as I'm doing this, nobody's having to put a finger on my butt. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
Unless I ask for it.
That is one thing not looking forward to getting older.
No. But I already have the perfect icebreaker. The first time I go, I'm gonna be like, doctor, is it normal for me to be aroused during this? He'll have to cut it short.
Right.
Not my dick, the actual procedure.
Yeah, you're good.
Yep, feel fine.
You turn around, he'll be like, you're like,
Just look back and be like,
that'll give
me
me
your-
liver disease right there.
give me your other finger, doc.
Wait a minute, I wanted to lick this.
I never got the spoon as a kid either.
Yep. Oh shit. Before I get too into this,
That's what she said.
speaking of kids.
Oh, wow!
No. That came out wrong.
Okay.
Let's try that again. So we're cutting off the last conversation. This is a new conversation. Pretty exciting. Speaking of kids. No means no. Anyway, have you seen they're trying to cancel Halloween?
Yeah, I heard about that.
What the fuck?
They were going to have, the CDC suggested online virtual...
virtual trick-or-treating.
Yeah, it was a costume contest. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm still going to show up with no pants on.
You're damn right.
Nobody else might know it, but...
You got a streak going.
Yeah, I'm going to hand candy out to everybody with no pants on this year. Go, kid.
You get a shot. You get a shot.
Where's your mommy?
They call me Mr. Oprah. Everybody gets a shot. Sorry, kids. That just took a turn for the worse.
Oh, shit.
But anyway, what I was wondering is, how far does it go? You know? They cancel Halloween now, right? Flu season's getting ready to start.
Oh, yeah, and then we got
They
Thanksgiving,
cancel
Christmas.
Christmas.
I think at some point, we
They're not
as
gonna cancel
humanity,
Valentine's Day. You know that.
shit, if we gotta wait, I mean, at that point, a whole year, there's gonna be a serious baby boom out of this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm about done with it right now.
Yeah. Oh man, it's
Just deal with it at this point.
Yeah. I mean, do a doggy style or something. Fuck, I don't know. There was actually, I can't remember where I read it. The Dutch government suggested at the beginning of this that you basically shack up and quarantine with a significant other or a consistent monogamous fuck buddy. And there was another government, I shit you not, and I'm not for sure it wasn't the Canadian. I'm not positive. I read this just this morning. And they were suggesting that they were realizing after months of this quarantine the psychological benefits of touch and how it was affecting people's mental health and everything.
Yeah.
They're basically saying the swingers community is on a huge rise because people are so desperate from not being in the workplace and having typical things like backpats and handshakes and shit like this. They were looking for unicorns. There was a lot of look for unicorns because every swinger couple wants a unicorn, which is the bisexual female that's single.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's rare.
Hey.
That's why they call it a unicorn.
And she ain't crazy.
Right. That's not going to happen. If she's single, bisexual, and she's looking for a threesome in a couple, she's crazy. That's just
take it.
Just take it. Don't tell her your real names. Get a hotel room. Get a burner phone. It just is what it is. Yeah. I mean, it just is what it is. I've never had a situation like that where the third girl was not just a little...
Right. Hell, have you ever... I would ask, have you ever been in a situation with an actual female that you're in a dating situation with that she's not a little crazy?
No. I think that's part of the genes. Like, God was like, here's tits.
Right.
Here's a vagina. And a little dash of crazy. I just think that's part of it.
Right.
Like, and yeah. I had a girl that I was dating tell me a solid 7. You gotta look for a solid 7. One that's above average, attractive, but not so hot. Because the amount of crazy is more tolerable. But, you know, she's still decent enough that you want to fuck her and take her around family.
Yeah. Take her to Alabama.
Family. Either way, Alabama family. But where were we going? Oh, but so they were suggesting, the Canadian government was suggesting that if you were under a need for a hookup, basically to create a glory hole situation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what they were suggesting. So there was no face-to-face contact. This is a human health organ, like a political major country. The health department suggest. Yeah, and I was just like, I'm moving to Canada.
Right, I was like, Canada just kind of like keeps sounding cooler.
Yeah, every year they got weed. They're cool. They're like, yeah. Here's some glory holes.
Just set up along the street, you know.
Yeah, you throw me a cheeseburger every few days, and I think I mean,
well, fuck, I think you can move up there. You get a mountain or something, don't you?
Right.
I mean,
Even their alcohol content is higher than ours.
Really?
I mean, what have you got to lose in Canada other than summer?
Right. Well, speaking of alcohol content, this is 14.7. So, like I say, by the time I finish a bottle of this, I'm pretty much done.
Feeling it? There you
There's
are.
no 2 bottles, and that's good because they're not cheap.
Neither am I.
So, if anyone wants to try this, they are available at the Hy-Vee in St. Joe.
You're gonna tell them where you got it, and then you'll miss out.
Well, I can't afford to just keep buying them. They're going to keep putting them out, and I'm going to keep buying them.
Well, maybe if people keep buying them, then they'll keep putting them out, and then you'll never run out.
Well, so I thought they were done. I thought this year was done. I thought I had the last bottle because I found the last like 5 in Maryville, and they were like the last in the world because nobody buys this shit in Maryville, right?
Right.
And so I was like, holy grail, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, that's it. They're gone, you know? Fuck it. I was all depressed, you know? And then, like I said, I just walked into the Hy-Vee in St. Joe looking for something else, and I was like, turned the corner, like, oh, shit. And so I bought some, and went back this week and looked for something else, and I was like, well, fuck, they got more.
Right.
I don't know where they're getting them from, but
sometimes it's just not to ask questions.
Anyway, the 2020 series comes out. I guess they released them on Black Friday.
But I'm done.
So I found out that I am shopping on Black Friday this year. So
dark beer, Black Friday. There's plenty of jokes in there somewhere.
Oh yeah. Everybody else is going for TVs, and I'm like, "Where's the beer?
Where's the beer? Where's the beer, bitches?"
I got standards. You know what your priorities are at this point, right?
That's why I never show up at a bar until 9 or 10 o'clock.
The beer.
And the priorities are gone by then.
Yeah.
Everybody else has got a head start. I'm just sober enough to pick out one.
You just walk in and go, "Where's the twos?
Yeah.
Where's the twos?"
Actually,
as George Carlin said, I never fucked
the...
a 10, but one night I fucked 5 twos.
I don't think I'd have that in me anymore.
Yeah. Either way, you finish.
Yeah, either way I finish. I'm due for a bros night out at the bar. I don't know about you.
Yeah. Well, we never did our... we were going to go out for our class reunion.
Right.
Skip the class reunion and just
go to the bar.
And drink anyway. We never did that.
Yeah.
You got sick and I got sick. And fuck.
Yeah.
So we're due.
Yeah, we're due.
Definitely due. So hopefully
that whole I'm gonna have to make a run south.
Yeah.
And it's a nice idea we talked about piling all 3 of us, in the truck and whatnot going down.
Yeah.
I doubt that happens. I'll probably be down there solo. Which is hard to compete, in Texas at a bar for women.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're surrounded by Mexican guys, you're just you can't compete with that kind of flair.
Right.
I mean, ostrich skin boots and turquoise. You're just not gonna. You're not gonna win that competition.
There you go. I'll wear my turquoise shirt next week. Turquoise short, my black hat. I am the Nacho Grande.
Yeah, they call me Nacho Grande. You get me drunk enough, I'll throw jalapeno juice on it, baby.
Yeah,
You'll love it.
You can steal that for days.
You're gonna have a burning sensation, but no doctor's gonna fix it.
I hear put some sugar on it, it'll pull the heat out. Guess where that came from.
I keep seeing these stories on TikTok from nurses that are saying that these women, their husbands had used mayonnaise for lube, and she kept having, I've seen 3 of these stories, and wow. It's not they're all original sounds. It's not somebody, but they're basically getting maggots in their hoo-ha, and they're swirling around and making them like all tingly bits and shit. And I was like, who the fuck uses mayonnaise for lube?
Right.
Like Kermit? Like just throwing a little mayonnaise on that ham sandwich, you know what I'm saying? Like Miss Piggy's like, I like mayonnaise on my ham sandwich there. I mean, who the fuck uses mayonnaise?
Right.
You got everything in the cabinet that you could possibly use. Use some pan sticking spray, non-stick cooking spray or something. Maybe some virgin olive oil. Tighten that thing up a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise. But you know, after you'd be done, you think they pull out and they look back and they're like, man, they's some good sex. Man, they's a good nut. Oh, shit.
Did you say, man, they's a little dick?
Shut up, Miss Piggy. Oh, Kermit.
Good times, man.
Good times. I don't think people realize that when we do this show, like they think a lot of it's like pre-scripted, and we just go into this completely blindly. You're just as shocked.
I forget that this is even over here usually. As far as I'm concerned, we're just talking. With a couple mics here, and
it just happens to be.
And you guys just get the
money shot.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something better, but yeah, that's what you get. Get the finished product.
Mayonnaise.
Man, there's a lot of great stories.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Well,
where are we at?
55.
55 minutes. Boy, that goes by fast.
Sure does, man.
Got anything else you want to cover on there?
Oh, I got a couple things, but by this point, they're too serious to go back into, so I'm going to save them for next week.
No, that's always good.
Here's a little preview for next week.
Oh, God.
This is my notes I've made here. Global distillation.
I don't even know. Is that like when they make a big keg of beer?
Nope. It comes from the process of making beer. Okay. But it has to do with...
yeast infections.
Well, it has to do with global...
yeast infections.
Pollution.
Oh. Kind of a yeast infection.
Right, yeah. Mother Earth is infected.
Yeah. There's a discharge, and we're all going to be in it.
It came from somebody, I heard a quote that there is not a square inch of the Earth that is not touched by some man-made pollution. And I was like, really?
By that.
Really? And they said, yeah, it comes from this global distillation.
Where in the atmosphere
and
goes
in and then comes down in the cool areas.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, Antarctica and shit. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then it gets into the animals and the people eat animals and then,
Right. I'll explain the amount of cancer. You remember when we were kids and everybody died from heart attacks, and now it seems like everybody dies from cancer?
Right.
I don't know.
Fucking crazy, man. There's that, and then yeah, I'll talk about this next week.
Did I say honey boo boo?
Honey bees.
Oh.
Honey bees and their waggle dance.
Waggle dance.
Waggle dance.
Is that like that fat girl line dance that goes on in every bar? You know that? Was it
the wobble?
What is it? Wobble with it, wobble with it,
yeah,
and it's like it draws every fat girl in the fucking bar out.
Yeah. Kind of like that. Don't Google it. I want to explain it next week. I want you guys to think about it for a week. If
I Google waggle dance and I get fat girls twerking, I'm going to be very upset.
No,
I'll still use it, but
this is a real thing. But it's like it's actually a quite amazing scientific thing. But we'll get into it. Honeybee's waggle dance.
I've got a visual right now. The last time I seen this.
Oh yeah. You never found out her name, did you?
Well, the thing is one thing about it is if you got to take a fat girl home, that's the one dance that you want to listen to because
kind of like
which one moves the best, you know?
She works it.
Well, yeah, that'll work.
She works it. Yeah.
Her face is
gonna earn it later.
Her face is a 2, but that ass working, man, that's some experience right there.
Dim them lights.
Give me a packet of mayonnaise. I'm gonna take care of this, right?
I used to carry condoms. Now I carry packets of mayonnaise.
Instead of beckoning you, she's baconing you.
Oh, God. This is what you get.
Brian, I'm probably going to hell. I don't care.
Well, a known hell is better than...
And if you're a fat girl and you're taking this personally, I apologize. Prove me wrong.
No, we want to see it.
Show me your wobble dance at bjontheRocks@gmail.com.
Or you could set up your Snapchat or TikTok or something.
Yeah, I would like to set up a Snapchat account.
Is that banned yet? I heard it was
TikTok?
happening.
Nah, it ain't gonna happen. Yeah, there's too much
They
money
just keep
there.
talking about it.
Yeah, there's too much money there. Don't move it around. I heard they were actually building a facility in Texas somewhere. It's gonna hire like 25,000 people or something. I'm like, there isn't that many jobs to do for TikTok?
Seems like just add another server. You know, add more storage.
I'm not a technology guy. I don't know. The most I don't even do that anymore.
You don't even do that anymore.
I don't even do that anymore. I don't share my phone.
You're
with
just
you.
like, she don't know how to use a laptop. Laptops are ancient to her.
Find one young enough, you just don't even know what that is. No, I don't share my phone with Jack, so I don't have to. He's got his own tablet, and I don't have to worry about that.
There you go.
So I don't even have a computer anymore.
Oh yeah.
No, got my phone. I've got a tablet, but I think I've used it like 6 times.
Oh yeah.
And just like state paperwork that I couldn't get blown up big enough for the company and stuff.
Right.
So I had to use it. And other than that, I mean, everything else I just do on my phone.
Yeah.
Music, porn, random Googles,
What else?
shopping. Oh well. I just hope to God nobody figures out the passcode to get into my private browsing.
Ooh. As if they'll be disturbed by that point.
Yeah, if they figure out the password, they're fine. What's he mean? Mayonnaise.
I was gonna say, there's your hint, folks.
Anyways.
Yep. Well, it's been a good week.
Yeah.
Well,
Could have been worse.
it's been a shitty week, but it's been a good night.
Yeah, good night.
So
Liquor always helps.
it does.
And cake.
Cake. I'm gonna finish that before I leave. I promise.
That's what she says.
This one's for you.
Yeah.
Well, here's to 20. So
Maybe 20 more.
maybe
If
20
I can
more.
find a driver.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if we can get 20 more.
Yeah.
We talked about getting some guests on here.
Right. Yeah.
I think that'll help, but we'll see.
Yep.
So, anyway, see y'all next week. Cheers.
Cheers.